Hey, how's it going guys? Captain Kuba here, and if I sound a little bit odd it's because I'm speaking quietly because Kanaruhi's sleeping in the other room and I don't want to wake her up. But I feel like I needed to address this topic because I've been getting a lot of people tagging me on these articles regarding a concept artist from Santa Monica Studios hinting that the next game is going to take a lot of inspiration from The Last of Us Part 2. Now, this news came out a few days ago, and the first guy who tagged me on it, I just said, I straight up told him like I wasn't gonna click on it because this was clickbait. But apparently people actually believe this. So I've done a little bit of research, and the news came out after God of War podcast invited a concept artist to talk about the game or the series. Now, where the game media got it wrong is that he doesn't work for Santa Monica Studios. He has, however, done God of War fan art, and quite amazing, might I add. And the proof of this is actually shown very early in the podcast. Here it is.
That's what social media is for me. It's quasi accountability, but mostly it is just signal boosting worthwhile creators like yourself, kindred creators like yourself. Holy fuck, like Stephen Oakley, who I hope is watching this because I reached out to you, fucking Raf Grassetti, fucking Vance Kovacs, this guy right here, over here, my fucking podcast neighbor. Just fucking hire him already. I gotta like really just amp you up, man, because some of that my goodness, the artwork you've made for especially some of the folklore creatures you've developed, it's just straight off of the concept art boards of Santa Monica. Like, you need to be there. Like, you are spiritually already working there.
So yeah, as the interviewer says, he is spiritually working there. He doesn't officially work for Santa Monica Studios. He doesn't work for them at all. He's just a fan, just like me, only much more talented. I mean, like, look at these drawings of Fenrir, like, or Surtur. Like, these look like they came straight out of the art book of God of War. And hey, I'm vouching for him. Santa Monica should hire this guy. He's really talented. But you should take anything he says with a grain of salt. He's just a fan, just like me or John Ford. Because even in the interview, he goes on to talk about like who he thinks should be the voice of Thor. He says it should be Tom Hardy, and Odin should be voiced by Idris Elba. And then he goes on to say that, yeah, like, I'm sure Santa Monica is going to take a lot of inspiration from The Last of Us too. These are not confirmations. This is just a fan giving his opinion on it. Now, if you're asking me as to whether I think Atreus will be playable in the next game, to that I'll have to say maybe. I think it's possible. I say this because in the first game it's hinted that the Aesir want the last giant for his knowledge. Baldur tried to kidnap them, and so did the Dark Elf. So there's a little bit of the kidnapping thing going on, and maybe in the next game Atreus will be temporarily separated from Kratos. This will give us an opportunity to play as Atreus for a little bit. And by doing this, Santa Monica might be testing the waters to see if fans would like a future sequel with him, or a spin-off game. I think this might happen, but it's not going to be a full-on game with Atreus, or like The Last of Us Part 2, where it's going to be divided between the Ellie campaign and the Abby campaign. If anything, it'll be more like The Last of Us 1, where we had a mission with Ellie, but nothing more. We still have a lot to learn about Kratos, and there's no way Santa Monica is going to abandon his story. At least I personally think it would be very stupid to do so. But anyway, I'll leave a link in the description of the video below, a link to the artist Instagram page, and also a link to the full podcast so you guys can listen to it if you want to. I actually suggest subscribing to the guy, because he actually, like I said, he gets in contact with people who work at Santa Monica Studios and just fans in general who want to talk about God of War. I think he's got pretty good content, so just check him out when you have time. As always, I want to thank all of my members for the monthly support of the channel. You guys are truly awesome. You have made YouTube my job, and it's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I would also like to thank everyone who likes and shares my videos. And with that said, thanks for watching. And remember, go forth in the name of Ragnarok.